taking calls about the Jazz.
Well, hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Fox, here on the panel is the one and only Bridgeman and the legend that is Fox. Evening, gents.
Evening, Ox. Evening, Bridge. Evening, listeners.
Good evening to the boys in the panel. Big good evening to the guys in the lobby. Huge good evening to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
How we doing, mate?
I'm okay, pal. With yourself?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Obviously, seen the fixtures. Did you get the fixtures?
I saw the fixtures, yeah.
I just, what I don't understand, Fox, right? Help me if I'm wrong. You have a competition, you set up rules, right?
Aye.
So, technically, you can't announce the fixtures to after this week's games, but we announce them this week, which I get, which helps people in their arrangements. But it's still changing the rules. So
In what way?
Well, the final set of fixtures only played. I know all the places are decided, but you've not announced them a week earlier than if there'd been any nip and tuck. I don't get it. It just makes the whole thing a bit crazy for me. It helps with people's arrangements, organisation. I get that. But they wouldn't have been able to do it if there was two teams tying for 5th or 6th. Sorry, 6th and 7th.
Aye, but it's already settled, isn't it? So there's no big hullabaloo about it, is there? I'm quite glad. I'm glad they put them out early. As you say, it helps people, helps the Bears in Northern Ireland plan their trips if they're coming over, people down south and other surrounding areas to make their arrangements to come up in plenty of time.
Have you got any contentious issues? Do you find any of them contentious in any way?
No, I don't. But I just it's one of the few things I've disagreed with Stevie G since he appeared. He said he quite liked the split. I've never liked it. I just think the whole thing's a farce. Personally, a split where you can get a situation like we had. Was it last year?
Yeah, it was indeed.
Aye, we had to play all the away games. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's just my view. Anyway, I'll tell you what I've done. I put a couple of pound each way on some horses for these boys for tomorrow.
Oh, I'm taking a note of these, just in case.
I done one for old Mac Fox, since it was his birthday. Folsom Blue. Yeah?
Folsom Blue.
For Mac. There's the one for Fox. This is for Fox, £2 each way. Blow by blow. And there's the one for you. This one for you. 2021, mate. Lovely colours. Jury duty.
I love it. Jury duty. Love it. And what about yourself?
Not done anything for myself yet. But I've done one for JFK, but I'll keep that.
Oh dear.
I'll keep that quiet for him.
Do you normally back in the National Hawks?
Just a wee interest sometimes, mate. No, a couple of quid each way and something. That's about it, mate. Bit of fun. Don't back your horses anymore.
Ah, well, it's not been a good Cheltenham entry for me so far. Three bingers in a row today I had.
Dear. I heard an advert. I was watching the telly and there was an advert for the National. I was watching the bit of racing. It just happened to be on. Like I was watching something and it says, give a place in the National, you're getting 6 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's pretty common.
Is it Paddy Power, is it?
That's pretty common now, mate.
Oh, I never know that. I don't gamble at all. I don't take much up to do with that, you know.
Did you ever hear the time Fox was at Aintree Bridge?
No, I never heard about that. Go on then.
Done his whole tank in, and the bookie says to him, look, I'll give you a sporting bet. He says 8-1, you can catch your fish in Beecher's Brook. Fox comes back. 8-1. Fox comes back. The bull Fox comes back with a fish. The bookie goes, there's 30 quid. Fox says to me, do you want that one out? He says, you only get quarter the odds for a place.
Done
Anyway,
yourself,
enough-
pal. That's a good
enough.
one.
Oh, you've been working overtime.
Very good. Very good.
That's crap.
That's pleasant. That's pleasant.
Anyway, so the fixtures, who we got first, Bridge?
The fixtures. Oh God, I'm really do. We not got Hearts. No, it's not Hearts. No, it's not Hearts.
How's
Just a minute.
Hearts first.
Hold on, pal. Let's let me get this.
I think I've got it.
You got it there,
somewhere.
pal.
I don't know, but I put it somewhere. But I need to see if I can find them.
I've got it. Hearts first, 12 o'clock kickoff.
It's
Them are
Hearts,
home.
right enough.
Hope me Aberdeen, hope me Hibs, and hope me them. And then away to Kilmarnock.
3 home games in a trot. That's unusual, right enough. I
Aye.
wouldn't have been like that, mate, if we were challenging for the titles. I can assure you that.
Aye. So there we go. 3 good games at home. Aberdeen. Hibs and them, yeah. We're there.
Aye.
So that's the fixture. So the partners will at least get some decent games. Hopefully we can win all our home games at least, and hopefully win the other games as well. We've got a game on Sunday, building up to that. It's a wee bit flat, but Wednesday night's result helped everybody, Bridgeman.
Well, we're Hearts away. Aberdeen at home. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just trying to make sense of
Then
this now.
Hibs at home.
Then Hibs at
Celtic
home.
at home.
Them at home, and then we're away to Kilmarnock. That'll be a tough one, that one. Kilmarnock
Well
game.
done, mate. Well done.
Yeah. I'm quite happy with that, actually.
Well, that's the way it was always going to be with the top 6 ended up, yeah.
Yeah.
But-
What we
but-
need is one more game tomorrow. We need one more game Sunday. I need one more game Sunday, and then go into this. And we shouldn't have any problems with Hearts, surely. Surely. Never know.
Well, that's us again. We play tomorrow, and then we don't
Sun-
play for a fortnight again, Fox. Then
Well,
game to the 20th of April.
There'll be the semi-finals, I take it, in the cup in between there.
Aye.
Aye. Better be one in that.
Well, that's the Brexit, isn't it?
Yep.
That's the Brexit. Sometimes you have to take that half a step backwards to take 2 forwards, Bridge, yeah?
You do indeed, pal. You do indeed.
You know?
No, I'm actually quite happy with it. In all honesty, obviously I'd love to have been much closer to them, or even ahead of them with a good chance since the new year there. But obviously we just didn't do it. Some failings here and there, but I think we've been up against some serious issues with the authorities. I think something's not right. I really do think there's something not right. The way Rangers have been treated in the league with the referees and even the competitions themselves. It's absolutely. I mean, I thought just terrible. Just terrible. I saw that. Sorry, Fox. I just wanted your opinions on. I saw that their skipper is being charged by the FA about this disrepute thing after the game, and it won't begin up until May, the second week in May. What's that about?
2nd of May.
2nd of May, sorry, 2nd of May. So that's what, that's like 3 weeks away. Don't understand that when every other player's getting treated straight away, Incredible. They must be getting the lawyers out.
Anyway,
That's what I
the top 6, exactly how you thought the league would work out, Ox. The teams involved in it, I don't think there's any surprises. There's no Livingston's, Motherwell's, etc. The top 6.
St Johnstone and obviously Livingston, you have to have flyer, aren't they?
Aye, Hearts as well. When you think back, they were leading the table at the beginning of the season. But it looks as though it's practically going to finish budget for budget, innit?
Pretty much. Yeah, well, I suppose Kilmarnock will be the cat amongst the pigeons if they were to hold on to 3rd, mate.
Aye,
How
fair.
much do you, seriously, and I'm not saying this because we don't like it, but How much you think? How many points do you think that pitch is worth to them this season?
I would say the home advantage is good for them. Probably give them an extra 10 points or something that they probably wouldn't have.
You mean Kilmarnock's pitch? Kilmarnock's?
Aye.
I think it's probably more than that, to be honest. I think it's probably between 10 and 15, as much as 15. I really do think so. They have been really good when they've played us defensively. Very, very good defensively. And able to break. Their judgment on the ball is quite good when it comes to their own pitch. I obviously don't like them. I used to quite like Kilmarnock, but no time for them now. And their managers, to me, is no very good. Certainly not the most likeable person in the whole world. But their pitch, I think, is just shocking for every club, not just for us, but for every club. But you just got to pay your head. Sorry, Phil?
I've been busy this week. I must have missed Andy Walker on Sky, where he said sectarian abuse that was given to your manager on Sunday. He must have been on Monday complaining about it. Did I miss that, Fox?
No, you missed it, all right. You missed it.
You missed any events, but they're gone now, mate. What's the point in talking about them, you know?
But anyway, the top six, we're looking forward to it. And you're right, mate. It's just a pity we weren't closer and the pressure was on them. If we'd have won on Sunday even and just swung that race just down to 7 points, it'd been interesting. Made it interesting right up to the death, you know.
Aye, well, they've won it now, mate, so there's not much we can do about that. Once we secure second place, would you like to see some of the younger boys getting a run in the side? Some of the young talent that we've got in the background? Or do you want to win every game and keep the gap? Does the gap really matter to us?
Personally, no, in some respects, but I would want to secure second place if that makes any sense.
Aye, secure that first, and if we've got a couple of games spare, I'd like to see some people that we haven't seen this season. Hopefully that boy Polster can maybe get a game, maybe Jamie Murphy if he makes it for
No, I don't want
game.
Jamie Murphy playing, mate. No.
I know.
I don't want Jamie Murphy. Jamie Murphy, rest of the season, no competitive football, build his strengths, get fitness, play a pre-season, then start playing football.
But it might be a wee test for him, mate, and maybe a wee morale booster for the boy. He's been out for a long time, and just to get a competitive game under his belt, even if it only comes on.
Any winning that at all, mate.
You're a hard taskmaster.
I really don't, seriously, mate. I don't see how there'd be any winning that for Jamie. What you thinking, Bridge?
Yeah, I think we were talking a wee bit about it last night. I was going with the manager had said he may be available for roughly the last two games, and I think George had met. I think he met Murphy, and Murphy said he probably won't play again this season. So there's no much between what the manager said and what Murphy told George. So I would go with what he's saying. If it's going to be that tight, there's no much point in bringing anybody on who's just coming back from injury. Particularly if it's a really important game. The last two games we've got are quite important games. We've got that mob at Ibrox and we've got Kilmarnock away. Absolutely no way you're going to play Murphy at Kilmarnock because that's where he got injured, and you're definitely not going to play him against Celtic. I don't think so anyway.
Well, fair comment.
You know.
Would you like to see some of the younger players getting a wee chance, Bridge?
For
instance, would you like to see Katic back in the side? Apart from maybe the Old Firm game and give him a run of games, keep his morale up as well, getting into the summer. What do you think? Because we know
Katic might play him on Sunday, Fox.
I've got a sneaking suspicion of that too. I think the manager's seen the last couple of games has been unfortunately for him. Young Worrell's had a couple of wee howlers here and there, and sometimes they've been costly, other times they haven't. And we've been fortunate enough to get away with it. But, I think the manager's looking at that. And I don't know whether, in fact, he trusts Katic, because Katic, to him, might be, shall we say, just every bit as bad. Heavens above, I don't think that could be possible. But some of the shall we say, the misses or the misplaced passes are just criminal, coming for a centre-half. For both of them, actually, Golson as well sometimes, but no in the same danger area as what we call. Just incredible. Just absolutely incredible. So Worrell, I don't think our manager's greatly enamoured, but he has been there through the good times and the bad. So the manager might be, I think somebody mentioned it last night, something about his contracts. There might be something in his contract, so you just don't know. But no.
I wouldn't play Murphy and Fox. I wasn't being facetious. I just don't see how there's any win in it. He gets any knockback or anything that would set him back with his injury, mate. I just don't see how you would do it. I really don't see any advantage in it.
Yeah, probably. When you're talking about the last two games, mate, right enough, against Dame and Kilmarnock going that ground, I can see your reason there for saying that, mate. I just thought it might have been a wee morale booster for him.
You get the boy Atakai away to Finland on loan, eh?
I think that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. He's only about 8 games or something like that he's going to get.
He's away on loan till June and then come back because, obviously he got injured against Motherwell when we played the Ibrox.
I remember it well.
Anyway, if people want to join us, give us their thoughts. What's the number, Bridge?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Fox?
On Skype at rangersradio.online. And if they've called before, I'll bring them straight into the call. And if they're just first-time callers, they'll send them a friend's request and try and bring them in that way. Okay?
All right, mate, all right. A wee bit down there, a wee bit more enthusiasm. Can you be a bit more like Bridge? He's trying to sell the show. You sound as if you've just woke up there.
I have, as you know. I had to lie down after that race in the day.
Not bad, was
it? That's it. The pension's gone now. That's it gone.
Oh no, Bridge. I had a few really successful weeks there, thanks to my friend that gives me a couple of hot tips now and then.
Who's that?
No, I can't tell you. Can't tell you, mate. No, it's not. It's not.
So we're good to see Padge in a little bit, just to let him know that Mrs. Padge is welcome on the show anytime she likes. And we're building up to a ladies' night special. Well, we might have a few surprise callers that we've been working on behind the scenes, Bridgeman.
Oh, go on yourself, pal. Go on yourself.
You know me saying that with Mrs. Bridges on.
Oh, no! I'm dead. That'd be frightening. Oh, my God.
Fox has been working away quietly in the background.
He wouldn't do that to any of us, would he? He wouldn't do that to us.
He's not saying nothing.
No.
But anyway, we've been joined by the first caller of the evening, straight off the right. It's the one and only GFK. How we doing, GFK?
Evening, guys. How are you all tonight?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right.
Good. How are you, Fox? All right, pal? Ox, you been out to Swally or what? Or has he been getting into your bed early?
Oh, my God.
All right, Bridge?
All right, pal. All right. I don't like the way you're talking. I'm not too keen on the way you're speaking about Foxy. But you're telling the truth right enough, but it's no fight.
I put £2 each of my own for you, old JFK.
All right, that's a big race tomorrow, isn't it?
And it's number 12, Donicos, yeah? It's trained by Gordon Elliott.
All right.
And the jockey is Jack Kennedy. That's how I picked it for you. You see what I done there?
Well, you're talking to a man who has never ever betted on a horse in his life.
Donicos, £2 each way, Jack Kennedy. So the JFK's the
there
jockey.
You go. Yep.
There you go.
Good lad. Yeah. I couldn't even fill a bookies line in, mate. There you are.
That's how you're so rich.
I wish, son.
That's why he's so attractive. He doesn't spend his money that much, That's what it is.
No many bookies are going on rubbish holidays, that's all I can say. But anyway, we're here to talk about the football.
That was changed quite quickly there, Fox.
Yeah. Can I go into what Bridge was talking about at the start of the show about the Brown one? about how he's. I know we don't want to keep going on about it now, but about how he's getting away with again with this stamping. There was no action taken against him yet. The St Mirren boy got the charge by the elbow, but I think it's an absolute disgrace. I actually caught, for whatever reason, I was sitting with a cup of tea a day, and I caught popcorn mouth spouting his rubbish a day, and it was very, very. Some of his words about Steven Gerrard were absolutely disgusting. You know, he doesn't even give him his name yet. Steven Gerrard does call him Lenny, and yet he'll not even the Rangers manager. But
sure that's no Looney, and you're not hearing it right.
Looney, aye, maybe it should be Looney, folks, aye.
That's what happens when you play to the lowest form of denominator, mate. He's playing to the gallery, isn't he?
Aye, and it was. I mean, I wasn't. I didn't obviously watch it intensely, but it was on. I mean, Sky Sports News on all day, talking about that, and he came on, and when I sat down and I listened to what he said, it was disgusting. And I mean, we don't want to become paranoid like them. But I listened to Snide's radio the night. Sorry?
Who said that?
No, I said I don't want to be paranoid like them. No, who said that? Aye, very good. Aye, you got me there. What was him? Who was it? No, it wasn't me. It was him there earlier. I listened to the first hour of Snide Radio tonight, and Derek Johnson revealed something. I don't know if you have spoken about it and he's heard it, but he made a statement tonight on Snide Radio, and regarding Ryan Kent and Scott Brown, and he actually stated that there was certain things said to Ryan Kent from Scott Brown that he is unable to divulge, but it will come out, but it is not for public consumption on a station at this time in the evening because there would be young people listening. And I wish you hadn't have done that, because obviously it lit up bad, and it just, they all come on and they were all piling into a big DJ, so he kind of set his sail up. But allegedly, Kent was some dirty remarks were made, as DJ said. So he was trying to defend Ryan Kent, but it kind of bombed on him.
You know, Jimmy, can I just come in that Oxter? And we've all played football, and there's absolutely no way you just go and try to stick one on somebody. Something's got to have happened. And words have been said, for 100% sure. Words have been said.
Yeah.
They've been winding him up, and he's been calling him whatever names he wants to call him, whatever he could do and get away with, because he is a nutcase. There's absolutely no doubt about it in my mind. He's definitely, that's what he wanted to do, and he's done it, and he's got away with it, and he's laughing about it. So there's not much else anyone could say about that, but I'm quite sure there was something said. I can't imagine anybody reacting like that for absolutely nothing. I just can't see it.
Okay, but I just thought I would get that off my chest, because I listened.
No, you're absolutely right, and you know, if Big DJ has said that, you know, and come out with it like that, then there may be, there's no smoke without fire. But the truth of the matter is, I've said this so many times now, I would dearly love to see DJ get another job somewhere, away from the hustle and bustle of the punditry. No, I think if he get a better job at Ibrox, I wish he could, because seriously, I don't like him in Radio Clip. Not that I listen to him, I don't like him.
He is a Rangers ambassador. I've heard through the grapevine that he's got the rest of this season is his contract with Radio Clyde and Radio Snyder, we want to call him, and then he'll be taking on more full-time duties at Ibrox. So that would be good.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that.
To leave it to Alec Ray. What I can say about Alec Ray is not repeatable, because I don't want to be saying that about a ex-Rangers player, but I've no time for him. He's taking the dirty shilling. But anyway, back to the football. The last games of the split's quite interesting, the way that every single game's on a Sunday, apart from one, isn't it? Is a Saturday? Is it one game on a Saturday, I heard?
Well, I'll just check me out. I think you might be right there.
A 3 o'clock kick-off and a 3:30 kick-off, Jimmy.
On a Saturday?
No, they're all on the Sunday, mate.
Every one of them on the Sunday, folks.
No,
Graham, my boy, was saying I think they're on the Sunday. So that'll be what, 3 at home, 2 away. I just talking there about Kilmarnock. I've not actually had a chance to look and see that where it is.
It's
We'll come
Hearts on the 20th of April, Saturday the 20th, 12 o'clock kick-off. Home to Aberdeen on the 28th, Sunday, 3 o'clock kick-off. Home to Hibs, 3:30 kick-off. Home to them at 12 o'clock, then away to Kilmarnock at 3 o'clock.
Right.
The only Saturday game's the Hearts game, the first one.
Right. Okay. Well, nobody misses it, so we need to win every one of them.
We need to start by winning on Sunday, Bridgeman, eh?
Absolutely, pal. We've got a nice wee victory the other night, and that was wonderful to see. The Bears were very happy, and we really need to continue that. We do need to, otherwise you'd be in danger, because it's very easy to slip. You could if you lose one, you could lose another dead quick. And these are really tough games and very important games for our position in the league, because we definitely want to finish second. 100% sure. We need to finish second. So and the clock's ticking. The games are coming quick and fast, and we need to win. So you get that one away, and then you've only got 5 to go. And you get that one away, and you've only got 4 to go. So when you get down to a reasonable number where there's no chance of you losing second place, you'll feel a lot better. That's for sure.
I don't know if I'll feel better, but I'll just be contented with second and then we move on, It's been a strange season.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think for the club and all the guys, all the supporters, the fans of the club, because we know the teams let us down and let themselves down many times with the stupid draws or the inability to beat the defences. And you can't take too much away from the teams other than, shall we say, moan about them or admire them, whichever the case may be, for doing what they need to do, what they feel they need to do, and try to get football stopped, that kind of thing, because it's really bad to watch. But Rangers really shot themselves in the foot a number of times, not just once, but a number of times, letting themselves down.
Particularly some of the games at Ibrox, Kilmarnock and the Hibs game and Aberdeen. When you look at that, just there's 11 points dropped just at Ibrox. Fox, that's and you throw in St Johnstone, it gets we've no lost many, but the draws have been sore on us.
It's the draws that's killed us. If we could have just turned them into wins, 1 goal wins, we'd be in a far better position. But I hate this. We keep looking back and back on the season, Ox, and the season's gone, and it's time to look forward and see what we're going to go into to finish up the season. As I say, okay, we're not going to get Jamie Murphy to play, but there's young boys there I would like to see get a wee run out. And
who particularly would you mind seeing?
Well, the young boy that I think he made the bench, the midfielder, he's come on. His name escapes me now, but
the boy Kelly,
Stephen Kelly, that's him. Too young, Jimmy. He's still too young, yeah.
He's too slight, I know, Jimmy.
But the young boy Kelly, I would like to see, especially when there's no real pressure on the games, if we can get ourselves safe in second. As I say, once you bring one of the young players into the team, it gives the rest of the youths a wee boost, like McCrory did when he came in and played a lot of games. Like the whole of the youth system then see there is a pathway to the first team if you're good enough. And certainly what youths have done is proud in all the competitions I've taken part in abroad, etc., especially the Alcast Cup and that. And we're getting a right good name, the youths at Ibrox, for how they're behaving at these tournaments and especially how they're playing. And to see one of their own make the breakthrough, I think would be the best thing that could happen for all the young boys.
When you go, JFK?
I can't argue with that. I mean, I know I said the boy Coombs there, but if you're good enough, you're old enough, as they say. So, I mean, I know the last 5 fixtures, especially the last 2, you're right out there against the Puddle Drinkers and then Kilmarnock. So, these are hard games for us. But second looks a certainty now because I know we don't want to be complacent. I can't see he's getting caught now, but again, it's Rangers, isn't it? We get a great result against Hearts there, and we could maybe phone our arse on Sunday, which I don't think we will. No matter, I know we've got 3 key players. We couldn't Halliday in the 3 key players, so. But I mean, I'm like Fox. I'd like to see some of the fringe players get a run in the games that when the second place is guaranteed. Obviously, for the Puddle Drinkers game, we want to be playing the strongest team that we've got available. So,
who would you play in? Who would you bring in?
Well, I would try to hopefully that I don't know how much an injury is. I mean, I heard he was injured and he's not as the young American boy. I'd like to see him try to get a run if he's available. I agree with you about Jamie Murphy. In the sense is that the games are these type of games, especially we can't play them against the Puddle Drinkers or Kilmarnock, especially on that surface. So it's a wee bit too early for Jamie Murphy. So let him have a decent pre-season and build the muscles up, whatever, and his form up, his fitness for the start of the new season. But guys like that, give Gresnam area a run out and see what we've got out there. And, Polster, players like that. Katic probably needs a couple of games under his belt. And I agree with you saying he probably will play on Sunday. Or he might play Flanagan, I don't know. So, how you go, Bridge?
I was going to ask you, do you see any easy games in this last 6 games now?
No.
I'm saying I don't see any easy games. I think everyone's going to be very tough. So I think we need our most experienced and best squad available for us. And I don't see, I have to be honest, hand on heart, I don't see any place for any youngsters at this stage of the season. But I agree with the philosophy. If you, like say the other night, then when we're 3 up, if you get to that position and you get yourself up in any game, the manager could take any opportunity to give the youngsters or whomever he wants to put in a show. But we really need to get the gap in order to make it happen. And I do agree with you, and I empathise greatly with what you're saying. But I think he needs to go game by game and see how we're playing before he can put youngsters in. I wouldn't start youngsters, I definitely wouldn't.
I think maybe we'll see Middleton maybe tomorrow, mate.
Yeah.
Or unless he swaps Gresda to that side of the park. But there's a wee chance there for Middleton to get a game.
Against Motherwell?
Aye, well, because we're kind of stretched, mate. We've got Andy Halliday banned, we've got Kent banned, we've got
Andy Halliday be back. Andy Halliday's done his ban.
Oh, 2 games, wasn't it? Was it not 2 games?
No, just a single game.
Just a one game?
Just a one game, as far as I know, yeah. I think so.
Andy will be back in. He'll be back in at left back.
Remember, I know he's greatest fan, but Candias could come back in for Kent.
Aye, indeed, yeah.
For the team we played in Wednesday, Fox, or Gresda.
But it's the left-hand side of the park we're looking for somebody. So what would you do then? Put Candias on one side and Gresda on the other then?
Aye, I think that's a good shout, Fox.
No, I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't do that on Sunday. I would go with the same 4 midfield players and play Gresda where Kent was playing.
Yeah, well, aye.
That's what I would do. The exact same.
The 4-2-3-1 again, because that's the way I thought we played anyway.
Aye, that's what I would go. Exact same. I don't think any of them. That was. There's no reason to drop any of the midfielders for me, Bridge.
Yeah, I think they played very well. That team, that 11, were very good. I think I'm raving about them in my mind, the way I was about the team that played against them on the 29th of December. I thought we played absolutely wonderfully well. Not one of them put a sort of a bad performance in. I thought it was excellent, and it's the same against Hearts. Excellent, it's really good, So I would be loath to try and change it. If you've got something that's good and he can put that in against Motherwell and run them into the ground, that would be wonderful. I just wish he could do. I just hope we could do that. Obviously we can't because we've not got Kent there, and he had a really good game as well. So if you put Candias in, you might get somebody who's a wee bit legs and to make up for it. But It's going to be difficult because every game's going to be an absolute cruncher, a real crunch game.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Jimmy, would you visualise, for instance, putting one of your youngsters in against Motherwell from the start at Fir Park? I just wouldn't do it.
No, I understand what you're saying. I mean, I know we're not in that position today. I mean, we have got some good boys. I know. I mean, like I'm saying, Coombs and that, but that's no tongue in cheek. I think the boy next season will be maybe in the periphery of the first team. But definitely,
I'll have a large glass over you, Jimmy.
But for next season,
that boy will not be near. He might get on the bench in the odd wee.
Well, that's the periphery.
I mean, he's years away from playing for your first team, mate. He's only a boy.
He's only a boy. I know that.
And he's no a Derek Johnson.
So's Morelos only a boy when he came to Ibrox.
Who?
Morelos was a boy when he came to Ibrox.
5 year older than that boy.
Yeah, I know, but come on. There's. I mean, you got to think that is there a chance? There might be a chance. Might not be. I'm not saying there will be, but I'm just saying that I think he's good enough to be in the periphery of the first team next season and see if there's any games that he can play in. I might be wrong. I'm not talking through the bottom of a vodka glass. I just think that it's time we try to.
I'll tell you could be right, mate. And the physicality is a lot more different as the boy Zach Rudden.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he'll just get put back out on loan.
What do you think, Fox?
I think he'll once he serves his loan out at Falkirk, I think he'll be back next season. I think that boy's got loads of potential for a striker, and I really hope that he gets himself into the first team squad when he comes back. It'd be good to come off the bench at times to get experience, and he's done well at Falkirk. The things I've been reading about him, the Falkirk players have said that he works very hard and he can take a chance. So,
but do you not think, Fox, that he might be another Greg Docherty, mate? Because, I mean, Greg Docherty, when he was playing with Hamilton, but when he came to Ibrox, it wasn't what we thought he was. And I know he's doing big things doing in Shrewsbury, but...
Well, he hasn't lately, mate.
No, lately he's no, but when he first went down there. But, I mean, Zach Rudden, for me, I don't think he would even go on the bench.
What about the young lad at Livingston?
Ryan Hardy. Do you know what worries me about Ryan? A right few good different managers at different levels have had a look at him, and he always scores goals right as a young boy come into the team, but he's just
something missing.
To look at him, obviously. What do you call him? Forgotten the magic hat. Forgot his name. Warburton.
I just said the man with the loaf.
Mark Warburton had a look at him, and obviously, and nobody's really gave him a run or got him out. So that's what worries me. It's not just it's one. No, how everybody sees players slightly different. That's a few different people, and nobody's really fancied them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking along the lines of, you know, when we take a player to Ibrox here, and we get him in the first team, and he gets a run of games, up to a dozen games, then you know his value to the club, to his parent club, is going to be high. Like Ryan Kent's playing really well. That young boy out at Livingston, that Ryan Hardy, he's scoring goals for him. Okay, he's just come back from injury, I think, but he's still there and he's still scoring goals. And how do you guys think our club should treat that boy? Should we, if someone come in and says we'll take him, Rangers have been in history, historically speaking, have let people go for buttons, you know.
I think his contract's up this summer, mate.
Well, here you go then. So we really need to do something about that, because he's playing in the Premiership in Scotland here, and he's playing for a tough wee outfit who don't have a button, don't have two buttons, you know. And they're only getting wee crowds, 1,200, 1,500 people coming, and he's performing for them. So I think Rangers should do something. Get a thought anyway, because the guy, he might be worth a few quid.
I think the conversations already took place.
You think so, pal? What can I say? What can I say?
It's a big step up, Fox, in it, and a big. You need a bit of luck as well. You need the right place, right time, and a bit of luck walking ricochet for you, and it can make your career. That's sort of 18 to 22, get into that first team. Huh?
Aye, you need to get the breaks when you come in. It's a lot easier to come into a side that's playing really well, and there's no so much pressures on them. As we're fun with Ross McCrory, mate. He came in and he's played well in a load of games, but you've got to bring them in gradually. Were you talking about Middleton there? I missed that first part of the conversation. Who was it you were talking?
Bridge was talking about Ryan Hardy. I was just saying I think that conversation might have took place.
I nothing against Ryan Hardy, but he's not exactly pulling up trees, is he, either? Although he is in the Premier Division, whereas the other young boy we were talking about, Rudden,
Zach Rudden,
playing in the Championship. So the scouts will have been watching him, and Gerardo will have been getting updates on the loan players. They'll know exactly where they are, but I just don't think Hardy will make it at Ibrox, you know.
Yeah.
You don't? Okay.
No, I don't, mate.
Yeah.
You know, you think about it, if we look forward a year or so, Morelos, hopefully he's going to be here, but I think everybody said that high probability they'll sell him maybe this summer, if not probably the next summer. They'll probably sell him, but we're going to have to go and replace him. And you wonder if the likes of someone with Hardy, who by that time will have 2 seasons of experience with Livingston in the Premiership. And that's tremendous stuff, you know.
There's a big dip. Sorry,
of course, I'm under no illusion.
You're looking for somebody that can come in and play against European teams, you know. If we decide to go on at the same type of run we did there in Europe, then we're going to need somebody 10 times better than Hardy. No disrespect to the boy, he's a decent player, but for me, nah, I can't see him. For me, I can't see it. I don't think he'll have a part to play. I think he'll get put back out on loan if Rangers have still got a contract with him. Or I think if Oxshare said that his contract.
I wouldn't bet my house on it. I'd rather put that £2 each way in that horse for you, but.
I love it, by the way.
I think his contract's up in the summer. I might be wrong, but if somebody knows, give us a phone. What's the number, Bridge?
The number is 0141 356 1972.
I was going to ask Fox, but I'll ask JFK because he'll put a bit of life into it and all of that, Fox. And where else can they join us, JFK?
They can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and you'll be put through by our good man, the Fox, and Old School Blue.
Here. I'm not sure. I think we gave him an extension last year, then we sent him out on loan for a year. But it'll be interesting to see how who kicks on, Rudden or.
We'll see. Here a question then. See, we obviously have not got them to hand here, but out of the loan players that we've got out right now, and I know there's quite a few, but the ones that you think who maybe have a chance of coming back for next season and being part of Steven Gerrard's plans.
Oh, well, you'll get Rossiter and the boy Docherty.
Right.
You've also got the young boy McCrory, goalkeeper.
Right.
Zach Rudden, Jason Holtz obviously broke his leg. I don't think his time at Ibrox, apart from maybe being on the payroll.
Dodo,
I think if we can get him a club, we'll shake hands and move on.
Yeah.
You know, there's loads. I mean,
aye. Well, you've probably named the best 5 or 6 or best, I would say, best of a bad lot, and I'm not meaning that. Just out of that lot,
Herrera.
Aye, Herrera. Out of that, you would probably only be talking about Greg Stewart for me. I think, unfortunately, young Rossiter's time has went. I think injury-wise, it might not happen for him, but I'd like to be proved wrong. I do rate him as a player, but I don't think it's going to happen. So when you look at all the other loan players, the boy McCrory, the goalkeeper's never going to make it. Ibrox, take that for me. He'll never make it. Right? He'll always be a championship goalkeeper. He'll never be a Rangers goalkeeper. So
You seen him?
Come on, he's a championship goalkeeper.
I'll just ask you a question. Have you
I've seen him play. Aye.
But
He's
we get our own information for Capello on a nightly basis sometimes, and we're getting good reports about him.
Aye, I know, but I say there's a difference between playing at that level. We can't afford to be putting players out to the championship, right, in Scotland and bringing them into play. It's Rangers. It's not another championship club. So, I mean, for me, if you're playing in front of three men in a dug doing it at Old Boghead, doing Dumbarton, and at Capello, it's no. I mean, it's all right saying that he's playing well in these games, but the pressure is when you play in front of 50,000 at Ibrox, and you've got to have your concentration for 95 minutes of that game, because in the 96th minute you might have something to do. The other 95 you might know, and it's been proved in the past that a lot of great goalkeepers have fell on their own sword by thinking that it's easy to come to Ibrox and just stand between the sticks. So for me, McCrory is a way down the pecking order. Greg Docherty, I think, has got a chance. Rossiter, I'd like to see come back, definitely. The rest, I think we could forget about. And I include Zach Rudden and Ryan Hardy in that. I don't think they've got a future.
Can I ask a question on that one, just on that point there, Roxdale?
Yes.
You know, we were speaking about how well our team played the other night there with a large number of, shall we say, good, clever midfielders in the team. Do you see young Docherty coming back and playing in that team, Jimmy? Would you really see that?
I can see him come back and be part of the pool that would be able to enhance the squad. I definitely do. I think there's a chance that he could play in it. But I mean, I wouldn't say he was a 100% first team pick. But neither's young McCrory. He's not a first team pick. And I mean, we're debating in the last couple of games here whether they should be in or they shouldn't be in. He came in and he didn't do what we hoped he would do. And I was one of the first ones that I thought he shouldn't play, but he did. But fair dues. And I think Greg Docherty, you've got to give him the chance to come up and prove. We bought him with Hamilton. He's came here, we've lent him out. So for me, he's got a chance. I know there was a lot of rave reviews about him that first went to Shrewsbury, but it's kind of fell away a bit from. I know he took a bad face injury and things like that. So out of them all, I would say McCrory and possibly Rossiter, but I still think Rossiter's injuries will not allow him, and I think Rossiter's a cracking wee player. So yeah, I think Docherty would be part of the squad of 25, 26 players that Stevie G is talking about, having to have 2 for every position, some places maybe 3, depending what the games that we've got in front of us. So yeah, I think there's a chance, aye.
It'll be interesting to see what happens, because the hardest thing's getting, if you want, as I've always said, is getting people out the door, Fox.
Aye, that's always a hard thing. Can I just say in the young goalkeeper, and he's only 21, Jimmy, and then the goalkeeping, that's quite a baby. You know, goalkeepers don't usually come into somewhere near their prime to their 25, 26 up to 30, so he's got a few years yet to pick up. Now, he'll not be on massive wages. He's got loads of potential as far as I'm hearing. And he's got time on his side. I like to say the other players you were talking about, Rossiter, I would probably agree that I think we'll sell him in the summer. I hope he gets a team down south that suits him, and we maybe get us maybe 250 to 500 grand for him. I'd be quite happy to get that. Let the boy go on with his career, because when you look at the midfielders we've got, he's a long way behind some of them, your Kamaras and things like that. So I don't see him coming back. I think we'll try and move him on.
Anyway, we've been joined by a caller. Evening, caller.
How you doing, guys?
How we doing, mate? Let everybody know who you are.
Stevie Fairshire.
All right, Stevie, how you doing?
Oh, that's
Ayrshire
a
Blue,
big Stevie.
Ayrshire
Big
Blue,
Stevie.
I've recommended by JFK.
Aye.
That sounds like a lovely cheese.
That's running in the National tomorrow, Ayrshire Blue.
You get a bit of that with your Christmas on your biscuits. Ayrshire
Aye,
Blue.
that's it.
Aye.
How we doing, mate? What's on your mind?
I was talking to the boy. See the boy that's playing down south now. His cousin. He's assured me that Docherty's been told that he's coming back after the summer.
All right. I mean,
So, but I mean, I can only go with what he's saying. That's the boy's cousin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think, can I just say,
I don't know.
Ayrshire-
Sorry,
Sorry.
would they be told that early that they're coming back? I was quite shocked at that.
I think a lot of clubs or conversations are taking place just now where you need to get yourself an art club or you're knowing the plans on it. Or that's
Aye, I would think so. Aye.
you think about it. It's only weeks to the end of the season, then you go on holiday, and then people are starting to look for a new club to come back to. So all the conversations are taking place now.
I was quite surprised.
I think Ayrshire, it would be a default position that they would be coming back to the club at the end of the loan period. And then from there on, it was up to the club. So I think nearly all the loan, unless there's an arrangement already been done, and unless they're actually finishing up with the club, all the loan people will be back at Ibrox at the Hummel, and then they'll be given whatever instructions that they'll be given and agreements to be made. And
I
mean,
he started really well, but I heard one he's saying, is he playing bad now, is he?
I think he took an injury. And he's,
An injury, mate.
An injury?
Bad facial injury.
All right.
You're getting it
Oh,
tight
well.
in that lobby, JFK.
Is that mate?
You're getting it tight in that lobby.
How?
But some of your statements.
What? I've not got the lobby on. Enlighten me.
Oh, no, you need to read them yourself. I can't possibly read them.
You know
Jeff
me.
G listen, Jeff G says JFK rates Docherty, but he doesn't rate Tav. Right? That's what the boys. That's some of the boys are saying that. Now, I don't know whether that's controversial or not. To be
It's
perfectly
not
honest with you.
controversial. I still say that Tav isn't the right back that we need. He couldn't tackle a fish supper. Good at going forward. He doesn't play as a decent defender every game, and I'll stick by that. So if anybody in the lobby wants to throw lollipops at me, I'm quite happy to catch them.
Oh, large ones.
Large one.
Lollipops.
I don't think he's a Rangers captain anyway.
Definitely no.
Good at going forward, but he doesn't get in folks' faces. The way as much as you hate Scott Brown, he gets in folks' faces, and that's what I want for a captain.
I think, as I said a long time ago, and many times, and a lot of folk on here agreed with me at times, is that I believe sincerely that the Rangers captain is still to come in. It's still to come in. We're going to have to buy someone for a specified position, and he will, I think, be a natural captain. That's what I really believe.
He wants the captain to be a centre half.
Look, the guy never asked to be captain. The manager made him captain. So, I mean,
here's another thing for you folks. This is Jeff G again. Tav has 5 more assists than anyone else in the league, and there's only 3 other players and other penalties have scored more goals than Tav this season.
Aye, but he's hopeless, you know. That was like a red
Fox,
flag to a bill for me there, wasn't it?
That's a bad thing to say, saying he's hopeless, Fox. I thought you liked him.
Oh, mate, I love Tav. I'm Tav's biggest fan. and but it sounds like the only one on this programme.
No, that's unfair. That's unfair. I thought the other night there he had a tremendous game, and for most of the game. And unfortunately for him, there are times when he lets himself down and he blotches his copybook by getting caught up the top and doing something stupid, or like the other day there against them. Shocking pass. Absolute shocking pass.
Do you know what I would disagree with you on GFK?
There you go,
I
pal.
would disagree with you on the fact that Tav can't tackle. What I will say on a tackle, he's alright. It's his positional play defensively.
I know. You might be right there in a sense, but come on. I mean, we could go back in the archives in Rangers Radio, right? And everybody sitting here, the new, every single one of us have all criticised Tav
No
many
Fox.
times.
Fox.
Many times, we all have many.
No Fox.
Of,
He
well,
loves it.
maybe no Fox, but well, so we can't be saying that no, that he does this and he does that. We all know what he does. I'm not saying he's a poor right back. I just think he's no a decent right back for Rangers. I just think that he's gone forward. He's good. I'd keep him if we just put him in front of a right back. I think his natural position as a right back. I just don't think he's any use for Rangers. I'd like to keep him as a player playing in front of a right back, but certainly no as our right back. As for a captain, no, he's no. I think it's proved now that he's no captain material. And Fox is right; it's no his fault he's named as captain. So I'm not chastising him for becoming a captain. But a new captain for next season. And if he's going to be right back next season, well, we'll just be saying the same. No, unless he improves. But everyone is, apart from Fox, has been on here. There he is again, Tavernier again. Out of position, couldn't take this summer.
100% agree with JFK. I would go as far as to say, mate, I'll split the bill for the boys for a pint if he goes for £8 million. Not a chance.
Between 6 and 8. 6 and 8. Mrs. Mr. and
I reckon
Mrs.
about 3 or 4 million.
They've signed up for the day as well, JFK.
That's all right. Hey, look, I tell you what, me and Ayrshire Blue are going to be absolutely mallocated, steaming, because I'm the same as him. 3 or 4 million easy, so you's going to owe us a mass. So Ayrshire Blue, you get ready. We're going to get mallocated drunk. It's a shocker.
That's it. I like the boy. I can't argue with his assists and stuff. I just, when he does go, I don't think it's going to be for £8 million. I can't see that. Not a hope in hell.
Fox. John McGinn.
No, I know.
John McGinn.
I don't see anybody in Scotland that's got the skills that Tav's got. And he's the best athlete in the league for sure. And he's very rarely injured. He hardly ever gets knocked. If you follow, I mean, he never takes serious knocks. There are not very many, but my goodness gracious, he gets up and down that wing. Like the other night there, his passing was far better than it's been for a while. I thought he was right back on form. Seriously,
how many years contract?
How many years? Oh, I don't know, pal.
He's still got over 3 years. He's gone to just signed a new contract.
He signed a new one.
Well, the thing is, you wouldn't allow that to go down below 2 years. You would want if you're going to sell him, then you need to have a couple of years on the contract. You can't afford for someone like Tav, who's got a bit of value on him, even if it's, as you say, it's only 3 or 4 million. It's still a lot of money compared to what we paid for him.
Anyway,
I'll tell you.
Hold that thought. We've reached that time of the evening. Get yourself on mute. And I'll have a tune the old school blue.
I don't think he's on, mate. I think I'll need to carry on for a minute to line one up.
Ah, where were we?
Just get the karaoke going.
On you go, Fox. Say what you're going to say.
I was just going to say, they're them across the city have tried to find a right back, and they've got more money than us, and they still can't find a right back. They've tried umpteen players in that position. They've not got MD in the same class as Tav. So it's not going to be as easy as everybody thinks to find a full back as good as him, mate. That's all I want to say. Time for a tune.
How many years ago, my boys, I left the Glasgow town. I followed the pull of the Yankee land and here I'm settled down. Although I meant for Bridgeton Cross and my friends so near and dear, but I would give if I could have the Rangers over here. You can talk of California where the sun shines all the year. You can bomb about your Broadway lights so clear. But if it would fill my heart with sadness, it would fill my heart with cheer. If we only had the Rangers over here. For they're the finest team in all the land, and I'm sure that you'll agree. To see them win is something grand, it's part of history. For the boys who fear no noise, my lads, and I mean that's quite sincere. What I would give if I could have the Rangers over here. Digging back up California where the sun shines all the year. Digging down my Butcher Broadway, life so clear. But it would fill my heart with gladness, it would fill my heart with cheer. And we only had the Rangers over here. Finest team in all the land, and I'm sure that you'll agree. To see them win is something grand, it's part of history. For the boys who fear no noise, my lads, and I mean this quite sincere. What I would give if I could have the Rangers over here. You can talk of California where the sun shines all the year. You can bomb my Butcher Broadway, light so clear. But it would fill my heart with gladness, it would fill my heart with cheer. And we only had the Rangers over here. And we only had the Rangers over here. And we only had the Rangers over here.
You enjoy that, Bridge?
I did that, pal. I always love the numbers. Lots of guys dancing in it as well. Really clever stuff, that, isn't it?
Padge, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up, Padge. Can happen to the best.
Oh, Padge, that really started well. They know what they're doing, the dancers, boy.
Mental on that lobby, isn't he? I think the instigator.
Absolutely brilliant.
What's that skipper, isn't he? Right, okay. So we've all agreed that Tav's are
the best player at the club, right? That's agreed.
That's shocking saying that. Shocking. But I'll tell you what, he's certainly the best athlete at the club, for sure. He runs up and down there. He's a really, really good player when he's on his form. We just need to keep him on his form.
Candias pays him a run for his money, for engine.
Oh, I don't know so much, pal. I don't know so much.
Running up and down the wings?
No, I'm not saying he doesn't run up and down the wings.
You've got to take the ball away, you but
I'm a big fan of Candias.
I would open the gates and let Candias keep running.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I'm a big fan of Candias, I must admit. But I have to say, he's got big weaknesses. He tries to flick the ball too much, to be perfectly honest with you. When it comes off, it's fantastic. It's absolutely brilliant.
I agree with you, mate. Just when you were talking about engines there, I thought he gives you all up and down all day long. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, he's good, but I look at Tavernier. He's not the fastest, but he does look like an athlete. He actually does, and he strolls up and down the park.
Middleweight.
Sorry, middleweight. That's it. Middleweight. Yeah. So I'm happy with Tavernier. I must admit that way. You know.
Well, I think a slight disagreement with Fox. I think he has got some flaws defensively sometimes in his setup, particularly if the ball's played through the opposite side of the park. He's improved. Going forward, he's excellent. Look at him. You only have to look at his assists. He's not scored as many goals for open play as he's done in the past. But I think even on Wednesday night there, Foxy, he assisted the 3 goals.
Well, this is it, isn't it? I think you'll struggle to find a Rangers fullback that's produced as many chances for players, scored as many goals. And I'm going back a few years. We've had terrific right backs, mate. But we've got to think of where we are at the present. And I think he's one of the best players at the clubs. I'm resting my case. I'm not going to keep going on about that.
That's a bold statement.
Well, name a player. Name a player that's got merits.
How far
per
back
season? Go back as long as you want.
You say that Tavernier's a better right back than Sandy Jardine?
No, but I'll bet
Well,
Sandy Jardine every season didn't he produce as many chances as Tav did?
But he could tackle.
Yeah, he could tackle.
Well, so I mean, a right back's not just about going forward all the time. It's
It is in the modern game, Jamie.
Well, in the modern game, folks, I can agree with you, pal. I know what you're saying there, but for me, one name just sticks out for me, and Sandy Jardine. If anybody tries to compare Tavernier with Sandy Jardine, then I'm sorry, that's not right.
I never did that.
No,
mate.
I didn't. No, but
it's produced as many chances and as many goals. You know.
I know it's modern.
Here's a question: Who was the last wing back, right back or left back that taken all the penalties? I can't think.
Might have been Sandy. You might have to go back to Sandy Jardine.
And Sandy Jardine was a class act. I'd be the first one to agree with that. But if that's how far we've got to go back, I think he's doing all right, Tav, mate. You know.
I mean, engine-wise, maybe Gary Stevens.
Gary Stevens, yeah.
But he didn't have the cross that Tav's got. He had the engine and
sorry.
He had the engine and better defender than Tav, better all-round player. You know what I mean? Genuinely top class.
Much to Gary Stevens was.
Aye, a British record at the time, mate.
Aye, well, we're talking about a guy we picked up for 250 grand here. Come on.
I don't think you need to go back that far. I would even say before he went to Spurs, Alan Hutton.
For one season, he was good, mate.
He was.
No,
he done well, like.
For 6 months, he was good.
And he was another one whose positioning was bad as well, mate. Alan Hutton.
I get caught in the big games, you're right enough.
Aye.
In Europe, not.
Anyway,
going forward, he had a period of 6 months, 2007, up to the left as the start of 2008, where he was unplayable. Hutton.
Aye.
Hutton, you know. And how much did he go for Fox?
9 million, was it?
9 million. That'll be interesting to see in the summer.
I was going to say 8 million, but I didn't want to look stupid in case it was less. Was it 9? Was it?
Aye.
There's some of the guys in the lobby coming in with some crackers. You know, Foster. Oh, superb. Skipper, well done, pal. Well done. Foster. Jim Denny.
Jim Denny, aye.
Is he still Hibs?
Who, Jim Denny?
Foster.
Foster's
with St Johnson.
St Johnson, aye.
St Johnson. Aye, sorry, aye.
Aye, still playing, by the way, and he played quite well against us the last time we played.
Jim Denny?
No. No. Oh, brilliant.
Jim Denny was on the bench in Barcelona, wasn't he, JFK?
Aye, Jim Denny. What a name that is, eh? God, that's a blast for the past. One of the worst football players I've ever seen, man. So he was.
Oh, so have you spoke about the split yet? Sorry.
Aye, but
carry on then. Tell us about it.
Carry on.
Aye, no, I was quite surprised we get 3 home games after SFA.
They had
in a row.
They had no choice, but the fact that they're in a row.
In a row, aye.
Aye. On a Sunday, 3 home games on a Sunday in a row.
I don't know if we would have got that if the pressure was on there.
Well, we'd have had the 3 home games, but they might have
in a row.
Definitely.
No. I'm quite happy with the split.
Well,
that's
where we should secure second place early 3 games. You know, I think so.
I think. Let's be honest. You're playing the top 6. You're going to get a couple of. I can't be all want to win every single game. I think you're going to get a couple of draws in the games. I mean, who's away games? Kilmarnock and
Hearts.
Hearts first, and then. But first of all, it's Motherwell. We've still got Motherwell to go. So.
Motherwell will miss out in the top 6.
3 away, 3 home. The season's done. Where have we got? Fox. Where's the end of the season bash this year?
Jimmy says when we get 68 million for Tav, that's where we're going.
Brilliant. Oh, dearie, I love it. Love it. Oh, the party's on, guys. The party's on.
Jimmy, you better buy 2 bottles of vodka every day instead of 1 now.
Hey.
There's one of the boys in the lobby said, Jim Denny warmed up at the Celtic end in an Old Firm game. He get less abuse at that end.
He's right there, aye.
Well said, Rick. Well said, pal.
That's a good one.
Brilliant. The boys are in good form, right? Good form.
Well, you better get 3 bottles or me and Fox are coming.
Hey. When he goes for 3 million, you better get half a dozen bottles just for me.
Oh, come on.
Come on. There you are. That's in the first hour of drinking.
So do you really believe... Sorry?
Wait a
Sorry,
minute.
Foxy.
Right, on you go, Bridge.
No, please, Fox.
No, I was just going to say, you would accept 3 million for Tav, would you?
No, I don't think we'll get offered any more than about 4 million for him.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I think, Fox. And I think Rangers will probably knock it back. I think Rangers think he's worth more than that, the same as yourself, but I don't think he's worth anywhere near 6 to 8 million. Honestly, that's just my opinion. I think he's got too many flaws in his game.
Has any of you heard any stories? Has he been linked lately with anybody about
Brighton, mate.
Brighton?
They've been keeping track of him all season.
Nah, they can spend crazy money down there, but I'm like JFK. I think about 4 million.
We just get them up. I would just get them up that just to so used to are wrong.
I'm actually trying. I'm rattling my brain here, and I don't know.
2 million in myself so that JFK has to take his out for a drink.
I don't know any fullback, any right back in Scotland that is valued any better than the new player Tavernier. I just don't see it.
But any fullback?
Any right back? You're
right there, mate.
You're right there. Hey, by the way, did I tell you the boots turned up at Auchenary or the Hummel Training Centre yesterday with GS on them?
The boots? All right, okay. So there we go. We don't know who GS is. That's the problem, isn't it?
Gordon Strachan.
Gordon Strachan.
Anyway,
we've been joined by another caller.
It's all better.
How we doing?
It's all well.
How we doing, mate?
All baby, you been?
I was at the golf with a few shares.
Right.
You were at the golf? What was it, floodlight?
The day I said it.
All right.
I've been at it since 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh, where were you? Royal Knightswood?
No, doing it Carnwath, doing it Carstairs Way.
All right. You know where that is, Bridge, don't you?
I do actually. I'm not telling you about it, but
yeah, I was just phoning up to agree with Jimmy there. Tab's no worth between 6 and 8. He's worth between 6 and 10.
You just said that last night, and we agreed with you.
Well, put it this way. I mean, Fox is right. You can't argue with the figures, guys. You're all talking there about this, that, and the next thing. You can't argue with the figures. Put it this way. See that mob across the road? They're thinking that Tierney's worth 20 million. And I think Tavernier's a far superior fullback to him. I don't know what you think about that.
I'll let GFK answer that.
I think Tierney's a better fullback than Tavernier.
Oh, steady, Jimmy. Steady. What have you
look, let's not, never mind the drink. Let's not look through green or blue. No. Listen, you've got to take it as it is. If you put the two of them together, I would say that Tierney's a better back than Tavernier. Honestly.
Tav's, as much as we hate to admit it, Tav's no get scouts for all Europe looking at him, for a start.
Is Tierney, mate, or do you believe everything you read in the Scottish press? Hold it. There's only one way to settle this. There's only one way to settle this. Bridgeman, watch the lobby. Well, that's the lobby. Who's right here?
You know what the lobby's going to say?
OB or JFK? Albert or JFK?
No, often I'll agree with you on Tav, mate, but I honestly think that Tierney's a better fullback than Tav is.
Thank you.
I can't. I'll never say any of them.
are better than us anyway. I just can't bring myself to
I know what you're saying, Albert.
Yeah, but
I know it
class
sticks
about you, Albert.
to my throat to say it. If you're looking at football-wise, I think he's a better full-back than Tavernier. Taking away their allegiance. It's football.
Well, I've got to admit, by the way, I don't watch any of their games, so I wouldn't know, but I see Tav, and I know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing class. All right, he's not the best defender, I'll give you that. He's not the best defender, but he's the best going forward by a country mile.
Albert, can I ask you a question? See if we were to play 3 at the back and move him up to wing back, do you think we would get better service and he'd get covered at the back for him?
Aye, do you know what I think, Fox? Do you know who fails him? It's the defensive midfielders that fail him. When he's going forward, they're supposed to cover him for him. And nobody's covering for him. And that's why he's getting caught out and everybody's sitting going, look at him out of position again. Well, the fact of life is you can't be 2 places at one time. You either want him forward or you want him back. You can't have both. You know what I'm saying? So the defensive midfield are there to cover him.
Right, we've been joined by George Logan and a caller.
It's Ronnie on the phone.
How we doing, Ronnie?
No bad, guys. How you doing?
All right.
How you going, Ronnie?
Evening, George, also. Evening, George.
How you doing, boys? All right?
Hi, George.
Right, I'll go to Ronnie first, George, then I'll come to your kid self. On you go, Ronnie. What's on your mind?
Hi, guys. I'd like to jump in there with the Tavernier and Kearney debate thing.
Can you watch your line be on the show, please?
I never swore there. I said thing. I read a few months ago when I was down the road down in London. There's an English paper and Tavernier. Surprisingly, Tavernier was mentioned in it, and they were comparing his assists. I think it was a London Standard. It was just after an England game, and they were comparing the current England right back. I can't even mind the boy's name. They compared them to
Trippier.
And his assists and his goals was more than double the current England right back. And the journalist at that point was questioning, what Southgate should be going to look at this boy, Tavernier. You know? And I think that we're maybe doing the boy a wee bit of a disservice here, that we're being a wee bit insular here. You know, that he is better than what we are seeing. And I would put him against Tierney as to say, what is Tierney's goal rate and also his assist rate? I don't think he comes anywhere near Tavernier's. You know,
Tavernier's got the most assists in the country this season, and he's the fourth top goal scorer.
Aye, I would think that. Sorry, on you go, mate.
And you come, George.
Just going into that wee debate there, Ox. I don't think Tavernier's the best defender in the world, and I've said that all season.
Agree.
I don't think it's his defending that catches him out, but Ox, he's good at going forward. He can defend. He's good at going forward, but I think he's a wee bit lackadaisical getting back when he's pushing up. I think that's his biggest problem. It looks like he's not bothered. I'm with Fox on this one. We've paid £200,000 for that guy in the Championship. I honestly think if he leaves, he's the Rangers captain, played in Europe this year and things like that. Some folk are saying 8 and 7, 7 and 8, sorry, and some folk are saying I would go in between. I would say about £5 million. Tav's probably worth going down south. But the thing is, Ox, what do we pay? Looking across the board at what we've got in Scottish football now, I mean, they've tried a few guys there on the other side of the city, loan deals, and they've just got another one in for Borussia Dortmund or Bayern Munich or something. I don't know how that's worked out for them. How do we replace that, Ox? Ken, it's all right saying us getting 4 or 5 million, but how do you replace that again? Because it's easy saying, Ken, we've got all that money in the bank, but you're going to have to go back out there and it's going to have to go back down south and you're going to have to spend 2 or 3 million to replace that. So he's not the greatest in the world, but I think what Fox was saying last night, he's absolutely bang on. We'll not realise how good Tav is until we've not got him, and that's going to be the big problem, Ox.
Stevie?
2 seconds, mate. I'm just getting the stats. 2 seconds.
All right, mate. Oh, a stats man, JFK.
He's got all the gear. He's got the gear. That's for sure.
You talk for the heart, mate. On you go.
What George is saying there is right, but it's £5 million is about a reasonable figure. No more than that. I know people say, but don't swear.
That $1 million I have to find now for this.
No, we don't have trouble. I would say 4 at the best, but if George says 5, I'll go with that as well. But no, it's never going to be between 6 and 8 or 6 and 10. And I saw that. I actually sat and I watched that guy that Albert's talking about. I remember watching it about, and I nearly fell off my chair, that he actually compared Tavernier to Trippier. Trippier is about 10 times the player that Tavernier is. He's a fantastic player. Brilliant. He's an England international. No,
can I throw something in there, guys?
So I can't see where the journalists go that assistant. He's never even going to get a sniffer at any England cap. And I don't know, Gareth Southgate will come up and look at him. And even if he went to Brighton, he'll still not get a game for England. So to compare him with Trippier, to me, is a nonsense.
I'm going to go, Albert.
No, it's no me. It's comparing him with Trippier.
Sorry, guys, it's me. Well, you're saying like 5 to 8 million for Tavernier if we're lucky. How much do you think Worrell's worth?
They're saying he's worth 7 million.
No, that's the market. They're expecting more than that for him down there.
Well, I wouldn't give 2 million.
See, for us to turn around and we're all guilty up here. We undervalue our players up here, and we're falling into the trap where we're believing what they tell us, that our game is less than what every other game is.
No, but when you're watching a player every week, right, and you see, Tavernier's got more faults as a defender than good, right? And what Fox said there about playing a back three and be playing Tavernier that bit more forward, I would like to see him play there.
But the stats don't lie.
You've read it before I lose it.
On you go.
The stats. 31 appearances, Tav, 11 goals, 12 assists. Wait a minute to get the other number up. 2 seconds. Kieran Tierney, 19 appearances, 0 goals, 5 assists. So I can't average that. Obviously, I think he's been out injured for all of the season. I can't average it though. 19 appearances, 5 assists.
It's a third of Tavernier's, but they assist for a right back in any league. That assists and 9 goals for a right back in any league.
What's right away? You just mentioned there, mate. And Fox mentioned it last night. I know. Tab doesn't get injured. That boy Tierney 19 games. They're Tab 31 games. Come on, there's another plus.
What is the team going to be buying when they buy Morelos? We want 20 million for Morelos.
Goals.
They're buying goals, but you've got a player there playing right back.
That is
giving you 12 goals or 11, 12, 13, 14 maybe even goals, but giving you a dozen assists as well. So that striker that's getting his 30 goals is not going to get his goals if the right back's not giving him the ball. The exact same scenario with watching the game tonight, Liverpool, with Robertson. Robertson's a pure mince defender, but he's in that Liverpool team because of the boys he puts into the box.
I'll give you that.
31 appearances, 12 assists, 11 goals. I don't know how many goals of them are penalties right enough, but we'll take them.
I'll ask you a question. See if Tav was at another club now and we were to watch the typical YouTube video of him, his assists, his goals, his stats, etc. We'd Absolutely. Be creaming ourselves if he was coming to Ibrox next year, mate.
I totally agree there.
That's another one everybody keeps saying about, it's only penalties. By the way, he's going to score the penalty. Nobody's giving him the penalty saying, it's a penalty, that's a goal to Tab then. He's actually going to take the penalty. And you look at the England squad, most of them can't take penalties, you know what I mean, over the years I'm talking about. So,
can I come in also?
Sorry mate.
One at a time.
No, I'm saying that, just, can I come in on it? I was going to say about Tavernier. I think we tend to agree with the lads there. We tend to undervalue our players. It would be fascinating to hear what our manager and their director of football thinks how much he'd be worth in the open market.
Well, Gerrard
they'll have an
made him
idea.
captain. Gerrard made him captain.
Yeah, but they'll have an idea what they want from him, and I can't imagine them looking for anything less than $6 million, to be perfectly honest, because he is an athlete, as we've said. He's 27-year-old, I think, this year, so he's starting to hit his peak. And if anybody's going to come in, then we've got him on that probably an extra 3-year contract. So he's going to be with us until he's 30. And if they want the best of Tavernier, then they're going to have to pay a lot of money. That's the way I think our management's thinking.
Maybe some don't think Tav's an actual captain, but maybe it was a shrewd move by Gerrard if you're talking pounds, shillings and pence. George?
I agree with what you're saying there, Rox. Can I just see what they were saying a minute ago? Try to get in there when they were talking before I forget. See what they're saying there about Warlocks, right? And that's the thing we've got to be honest about. They're right in what they're saying. We need to stop giving away our players for nothing. I think the first time I actually says that's a big fee we've just got was the Windass one, Ox. We got a lot of money for Windass when I didn't expect it. We're talking about Worrell. Worrell will definitely be worth $7 million. I'm not saying he's a £7 million defender now, but Swansea were ready to offer $6 million or $5.5 million for the boy for Aberdeen, and he's not that kind of defender either. The laddie's got a lot to learn, so we need to, like, for example, we're talking about the captain of our team who took us out. We've got a win against them this season. We've done well in Europe and things like that. I'm not why to sell the guy, because I didn't think we'll be able to replace him, but I think we need to stop thinking our players aren't worth the actual money they're actually worth, because we can't just give players away anymore, Rocks. And that's the thing. Talking about Worrell being worth $7 million, I think he will be worth $7 million one day down there in the next couple of seasons, because that's the way that place is going. We paid $3 million or $3.5 million for Big Golson, who wasn't getting a game for a team, and it was a bit older than Worrell.
Just to buy out his 3 years that's left in his contract would cost $3 million. Never mind what they're buying him for. So I think that's the reason I said 68 was $3 million to buy his contract out, and then you just double that again. Plus, that's the way I reckon it to be six plus.
Can I put another question to you guys then?
Yeah, we go ahead, Ronnie.
We watched Van Dijk here. Did we see him being the most expensive defender at the time?
No. We recognised he was a decent player.
He was a decent player, but we never, that's all we recognised was he was decent.
I says to Boswell about 3 years ago, maybe more, mate, when Arsenal were looking for a centre-half. I says, buy him, that boy's got everything. And that boss said to me, nah, no chance. Dearest defender in the world. No.
Oh, you did the Gerrard's job.
On we go. Stevie?
I'm on this. The bit I was looking at the stats here, I'm only looking at it now, and it gives you a rough estimation of how much they're going to cost. This might settle the argument with
Go on then.
JFK and Tavernier, $1.8 million. Kieran Tierney, $11.25 million. I don't know if this can't be accurate right enough, but he's worth more than $1 million, but I think about $4 million.
I think Phil Freenames is doing that there, what you're reading.
Can I ask Fox something?
Who done these stats, mate? Who done these stats? Yep. The Vatican?
I don't know, mate.
Fox, do you honestly think that Tavernier's getting £1 million a season in wages off for Rangers?
I wouldn't think it'd be far away for that, Jimmy.
How much is that a month then? Do you think... calculate it out.
Well, 80,000.
Is it as much as that, 80,000 to be $1 million?
Well, 8,000.
Think about it. There's no...
20 grand a week. 25 grand a week.
I think Tav will be on that, mate.
No, he's not. Tavernier's lucky. He's on about 15 grand.
So, okay. 83,000 a month it is.
Aye. So he's not getting that.
So that's 20,000.
How much did you say he's on, JFK?
I would say going about at the very, very most 15,000 a week.
All right, okay.
Well, that's 750 grand a year, mate.
Yeah. At the very, very most, I don't even think they might even be on it. But anyway, but it's too long a debate in Tavernier. It's just that I don't think he'd be worth that money. But
I'll
if
give you an RV figure,
he is,
guys. I'll give you an RV figure, guys. Do you remember Hutton? 9 million.
Aye.
9 million. Did we think it was worth 9 million at that point?
No, we didn't. And that league's went a lot more mental for them.
And that was a few years ago as well. So if you take in inflation and everything else, you're looking at it's going to be more for Tavernier.
I think that's because it was Tottenham though. Tottenham's not going to go for Tavernier, are they?
Well, this is what we don't know. That's what I was telling you when I first came on about the article in the London Standard. You know.
Remember that time Hutton was doing it against teams like Stuttgart, the champions of Germany, and the Champions League. He was playing well, you know.
But Tav did get in the European team, the Europa League team, mate, and there's no many Scottish players get into that. So that would have done his reputation a bit of good as well.
Albert.
Oh.
You got this list when you came on at 5 to 11 last night. I must have been some game of golf yesterday.
What do you want to know? The list?
Aye, what have you got? You had... How many players did you have? You'd all sorts moving here, going there.
I've got the squad players, the sell players, and the release players. So what one do you want?
I'm going to. We'll take them all, but we've just been joined by Bear Down Under. Evening, Bear Down Under.
Good morning, panel. How are we?
How you doing, Bear?
Good. So excuse me if I've not been asked to listen to all the show. It's stupid o'clock in the morning here. So I just woke up on Saturday morning, thought I'd give you a call. Hearing the debate about James Tavernier.
What's your view, mate, before we go to Albert?
My view, I think our players are going to be worth a lot more money when we actually start being a successful team again, guys. I think that's it. I think when we actually start winning titles and start, something mentioned about Hutton there, and that figure was based on, he was performing in week out in Champions Leagues, and when the man came up, and at the time, as James Tavernier would have been more money if we were more successful and winning titles, especially the Rangers captain, but. That will happen across the board with all our players if we're more successful. That's why the likes of the man came up competing in Champions Leagues regularly. They're putting their players in a higher stage, and that's why they're getting more money next year.
I suppose if you're winning, or if you've got top European experience, you're going to be valued more. George, I hope you're listening. George, come back in, mate. You've put out a mistake there, mate. I hope you come back in. Albert, give this list.
Right, the sell ones. The players I would sell is Morales, Tav, Jack, Fodds, Rosser, Candace, Lafferty, and Flanagan. The ones I would release. Sorry. The ones I would.
Would you sell Morales, or do you think he will be sold?
I would sell him, and I think he will be sold. Both.
Both, all right, okay. And who was the other ones?
Tav, Jack, Fodds, Roster, Candace, Lafferty, and Flanagan.
Foderingham, I think you're spot on with him. Lafferty, I think my problem will be that he'll be on a contract, getting rid of him. I think we'll get the same with Flanagan. Ryan Jack's a controversial one. We'll take that round the panel. Ronnie.
Well, Ryan Jack, for me, he's a bit. He plays some excellent games, but he's a bit too inconsistent for me, And when he's inconsistent for me, he turns into a rash player, and he costs us a lot of fouls. And I wouldn't be sorry to see him go. I've never been a Jack fan,
All right, okay, fair enough. Stevie Fairshire.
Oh,
yes, mate.
I was just about to say before you asked me there. I'm gonna have to shoot off. Cheers for having me on, pal.
Not a problem, mate. You enjoy your weekend, mate.
Will do. Catch you later.
Hey, buddy. Cheers.
See you later.
George Logan with that one. I don't know if you heard did you hear it, George?
No, I never heard it there, Rox. I don't know what happened to Skype there.
No, it wasn't you, mate. Allbear's getting rid of Morelos, Foderingham, Lafferty, Flanagan, Ryan Jack. Is that right, Allbear?
Tavernier.
Tav. So, Ryan Jack. What's your thinking of that, George?
No, I wouldn't get rid of Ryan Jack. I wouldn't get Tavernier. But for the rest of the mocks, I couldn't really argue with that. To be honest, that frees up a lot of wages. Foderingham you'll get money for. Flanagan, I don't think you'll get money for Flanagan. Obviously, Alfredo, you'll get money for him. He'll need a big replacement. But Ryan Jack's a good squad player for me. If we're going ahead with, I think we want to be going Ox. Ryan Jack becomes a good squad player. I like Ryan Jack. I think he's got a lot about him. To be honest, Ox. Big Lafferty. I think if you let Alfredo go, you've got to replace him with another striker. I would wait till you replace him before you actually get. I'm not saying Lafferty's answer, but you don't want to leave yourself short again. So I would I could see Lafferty actually going, but only if we can get a couple of replacements in early on in the season.
All right, Bridgeman, Ryan Jack.
You know how everybody should know how I feel about Ryan Jack. I think he's one of our best players, and there's no way I would sell him. No way. Not right now. Not right now. No. That's just my feeling, you know.
All right.
That's not to say if somebody came in and offered, the manager might decide he's going to sell him. All these decisions are to the manager. My own personal opinion.
How much? 10, 11 million?
For Ryan Jack?
No, I'm only kidding.
No, I would say... I would suggest he's going to be around about the same as Tavernier, to be perfectly honest with you. I think he's as good. Is good for Rangers, and the way he plays, the way he's played for us. I think he's a valuable member of our team, our squad. Rather, I really do.
Ronnie, what was your rationale? Sorry, Allbear. What was your rationale with Ryan Jack then?
Well, Ryan Jack, I think we've got enough cover. Big McCory will fill his position. He'll cover that, no bother what Jack does. But the biggest reason I would sell Jack is I don't think he's technically good enough. He's all right player. I'm not saying he's a crap player. I'm not saying that at all. But he's just not technically good enough. Seeing that last third of the park, he lets himself down all the time. That last third, and there is times
he's touched in the best.
Aye. And he's shooting, and he's sometimes he's positional to take a pass in the last third. He's no right. He doesn't see the game right in my eyes. He doesn't see the pass coming and move himself into the position. He just sort of reacts to everything, and I don't think he's technically right. That's my main reason for selling Jack. I've nothing against the boy, you know what I mean? But now if we want to go to the next level, we need to get a better player than that.
All right, okay. And you had Candace on that list.
Well, I think Candace's time is up. By the way, Candace, this is going to sound mental, but Candace to me is a broken toy. He's been involved in too many doings, especially for that mob across the city. And I just think he's psychologically scarred now. I don't think you're going to get him in the big games I'm talking about to produce. You might get him in the weird games like the St Mirren's and things like that. You might get him, but I think he's broke. I really do think he's broke. I think it's time to move the boy on.
Right, okay. I think he's somebody that's good to have, but to be a first pick, he just lacks a bit of quality for me. He works hard, he puts in a shift, no doubt in that. He's a good team player, but his crossing's too inconsistent and he doesn't score enough goals for somebody that plays so far forward. Only my opinion, Fox.
First of all, Ryan Jack, I would keep a hold of Ryan Jack. Even if we bring in a player of better quality, he's a good player to have on the bench at the very least. I would keep Jack. Candace, I think he's about 31, 32 next year, a year left in his contract. If we could find a club for him, I would let him go, mate. For all his work rate and his nice touches, etc., like you, doesn't he score enough goals? His crossing sometimes is a lot to be desired. His plus sides, as I said, was his work rate. He does work well with Tav. he's been a great help with Morelos, because Morelos was the only one that, Candeias was the only one that could really help him to settle in at Ibrox. And he's been a plus for the Rangers since he's been here. But we need better quality in him.
And, there, buddy.
Right, on you go.
It's just regarding the Candeias. And I think the same as yourself. Sometimes he's a busted flush in the Premier League, in the SPL rather. But you think back to Europa League, I thought he was outstanding, and talking about 80% of the games in Europa League he played. And I don't know if I was doing him getting the space, more space, and everything else, but I thought he had all sorts of bag of tricks in all the games. I don't know what you think of that, guys.
He did play well in them, but maybe that's the problem. When there's open space, he comes into his own, and unfortunately, 25, 24 or 28 or league games, we'll not play that,
Yeah, I agree with that.
JFK, you coming in?
Oh, I'm a big fan of Candeias. I think he's got a better engine than Tav. I love him as a player, but I'll agree. I think his time's up at Ibrox now. He's not producing what he was at the start, so I would let him go. Ryan Jack for me is a no. I've got to keep Ryan Jack. I think next season he'll be a great player for us again. I know he flits sitting out at games, but I still think he's a great player for us. Alfredo, Fred, my friend, if we get the money that we think he's worth, then I would take it in a heartbeat. And I would say that it's got to be between 15 and 20. If we don't get that, then he's still going to be at Ibrox next season. But if we get the right money for him, then it's time for him to go.
Get down under.
As regards to the Candeias one there, I think Candeias has played far too many games this year, and the reason he's played far too many games is because we've not actually had another option. Or the other option we've had on that right-hand side with the system we play has been pretty poor. He's probably played in a lot of games where maybe the manager has been sort of forced to play him because of these selections, and I think that's maybe showed in his game. You can't fault the guy's effort, but sometimes his quality has let him down on the crossing. But a big part, I think, this season with him is he's played in games he shouldn't have. Ryan Jack, that was a free transfer. We picked that boy up for the Sheep, and I think that's been a great bit of business. Is he in the best 11 to take us to the next level? Maybe not, but definitely it should be in our squad, because free transfer, don't think you'll be on great wages. It's a no-brainer for me. With the Morelos situation, I think Morelos will be at Ibrox next year for the reason I think he's done himself over for a move. They get the teams that will be looking at him, and the money that we are wanting. I don't think teams are going to take the chance because he's discipline record. So I actually think with that last Old Firm game, he's going to put the nail in the coffin that he's actually going to be where he is next year. I think he's going to miss out the Copa America with Colombia, and he's not going to have that stage now to show. And I don't think, I think we'll be looking at 10, 15, 20 million. I can't see clubs wanting to pay that.
All right, we now go to All Bears loan players. That should be interesting.
At least the ones I'm going to release. There's a couple here that I might change my mind with, but I'll see what you think. Like, my release players are Holt, Dodo, Defoe, Davis, Worrell, Macaulay, Hodgson, Koulibaly, Dorrans, Herrera, Wallace.
Herrera, is that Grezda?
No, Grezda we're keeping. No, Herrera, is it Herrera? I'm a big Mexican.
Right, I think the hard thing, some of them are loan players. Worrell, he'll go back.
Well, they're all going back. Aye, there's 4 loan players in there. They're all going back. Now, I might change my mind with Defoe and Davis after last night or after Wednesday night.
We'll phone in again on Monday and we'll see how that goes.
These lists are flexible.
Aye. So the hardest thing's going to be for us to get these people to leave. Like Dodo and that will be on decent wages. And the level they're maybe looking at, Dodo's at Charlton, whether they'll pay him the same wages, I don't know. So you might have to come to a deal to get some of these people out the door.
Is it no Blackpool he's with?
I think it was Charlton, but I might be
Is
right.
it Charlton?
No, Blackpool.
It might
I thought it was
be.
Blackpool.
Aye, he's playing at Blackpool. He's at
Is he?
Blackpool. Aye.
Right, okay.
But would you let him go?
One up to the
You might
right.
actually be surprised, Box. Maybe some of the teams will pay the same kind of money, roughly as what they're getting up here. Ox. I think we said it last year as well on the chat, Ox, about maybe Steven Gerrard's biggest problem. I think we were saying at the time, whoever the manager's going to be, maybe his biggest problem is getting some of these guys out the door. And I think it's been Herrera and Pena have been a bit of problems because obviously they came at kind of money they were on out here, and that's why that worked too. I think we've got rid of Pena now, but Herrera's still there or thereabouts. But
They'll get
I think
they'll get a year.
a year, aye. I think this season the guys are out in loan. I don't think any of them will come back, and that so they'll find clubs. I think that's just the way it's going to be. But when you were talking about the list there, I think because Jimmy said the list last week, I can't remember if it was just after Topi Cedar if he said the list, but the 11 players that Jimmy says, I think Steve Davis was maybe on at the time. But I think that's probably close to the list is what we'll probably release. Because normally, if you're going to bring in 4 or 5 players, 6 players, say you maybe bring in 3 top players and 3 squad players, you're maybe going to release 5 or 6. But we never released as many as we thought we would last season. So if we release 11 players, I don't think it's going to be a big problem for the squad. Because you see all the players sitting in the stand every week who's not anywhere near the squad. So I think 11 is probably close to where it's going to be.
I think the good thing for us with as far as the loan players that's been out this year is that majority of them, like say Holt and Dudu, another boy I can't mind his name, they've actually been turning it on for the teams they've been loaned to.
Holt's got a broken leg at the moment.
Well, it's unfortunate, but he's been majority of the time he's been a star man down there. So there's a fair chance that these teams might actually, even if we get a token gesture, $100,000 or something, it gets them half the wage bill, but it gets them half our wage bill. But if we get like 50 or 100 grand for them, I would be happy with that,
Mm-hmm. Aye. I mean, Davis and Defoe. I agree with Albert. Maybe up until Wednesday night, we might have been saying, well, it's no work to. Even though Davis had a good game against Kilmarnock, the last home game, but it still had no work to it. But now he's hitting a bit of form. That'll be interesting to see how that pans out, Bridgeman.
Oh, absolutely. We were saying it last night. I think those two are going to be high in Steven Gerrard's list for sure. They'll want to keep Davis or get him on as good a deal as possible. Obviously, he might price himself out of the market, truth be told. But I think Defoe has intimated to him that he would like to stay on. I don't know how much money he's on, and I don't know what deal it's going to be. I don't think Defoe wants to go back down to English football. I think that's one of the things. Maybe positive, maybe not. But he would be, if we could keep him, and if you did sell Morelos, then Defoe would be a good centre. Based on the fact that he's got a bit of good form the other night, if he played like that and scored goals. Sorry?
Can I tell you what Defoe's on? Can I interrupt? Because I know for a fact, because I got this for a very, very, very good source. Jermaine Defoe's on £26,000 a week for Rangers, right? And he's getting, that's a third of his wages per week. So he's getting £52,000 a month from, who's it they got him for? Bournemouth. Rangers are paying a third of his wages, and Bournemouth are paying the other 2/3. So Jermaine Defoe's on 26 grand a week, guys, at Ibrox.
Yeah, can I just finish up? What I was meaning by all of that was there's absolutely no way that Rangers will pay. I don't think anybody will be in a position to pay him all his wages or all the value of his wages as it is at the present. So if he gets...
But see, reading between the lines with Steven Gerrard and even Jermaine talking and all as well the last couple of days, I'm reading between the lines there, and I think there's a coaching role coming up for him.
Well, it may in fact be like that, but all I'm meaning is that there's no way Rangers will be able to, for anybody, Rangers won't be able to pay 60,000 but upwards a week. No, there's absolutely no way it's going to happen. Right? So I think we're pushing it. If he's on over 20,000 at Ibrox, then I think we're pushing it for him. He's only actually played maybe 3 or 4 games where he's actually shown.
The loan deal's an 18-month deal, Bridge.
I'm saying that. I don't know whether Rangers could afford next season, for instance. It would all depend on what money's coming in. So I'm not going to try and undercut anything. Based on this form up to now, there is no way you could justify paying £60,000 a week for that guy.
Wouldn't it be, Bridge, if it's a loan deal for the next year?
Yeah, I don't know what the situation is. He's intimated allegedly that he wants to stay, right? So I don't know how that works when the player wants to stay. Rangers,
we've got him for another 18 months.
No, Bridge. What he said is he wants to fulfil the 18 months. That's what he's saying.
He just wants to stay on contract, on the existing contract. Right, that's fine. I thought he was wanting to come to us full time. That's what I was meaning.
No.
I wouldn't like him as a coach at Ibrox.
The deal we made for him, mate, was an 18-month loan on the same deal. Yeah. So he would only cost us 26 grand a week.
Well, the same money as we're paying now.
If Jimmy is correct. I think he'll stay. I think Stephen Davis will get another year off his, and he'll stay as well.
But you've got to remember as well, he's going to be in a new contract because his contract is up.
No, he's
Stephen
not.
Davis. Stephen
Davis's contract expires.
I'm saying that his contract's up with his parent club.
Aye, but he's not. I don't think Stephen Davis will be hard to deal with.
Well, that's all I was going to say. Somewhere along the line, Rangers will need to come up with a plan to get him. They're not going to pay £40,000 a week, which allegedly he's on. They're not going to do that. So it would need to be on a similar money that he's on now.
You don't think these conversations took place in January?
Oh, it probably did, of course. Forgive my ignorance. And by the way, just to let you know, Oxter, Joe Dodo did go to Charlton.
Oh, I'm not
going to Charlton.
I'm not going nuts.
But Bridge, in the Defoe deal, it was only Bournemouth that could call him back.
Yep.
It's an 18-month loan deal unless they call him back at the same deal.
That's fine. I was just reading that story saying that he wanted to stay. So I was wondering what had been going on. And maybe Bournemouth wanted to... it was just to confirm, that's all. So we're talking about... I would keep those two, most assured. Based on the last game they played there, I would keep them 100%. But the only thing you've got to worry about is how will that fit into the budget next season? How will that fit in? A lot of money.
On you go, mate.
I was just going to say, I mean, I've seen this a few times. A couple of weeks ago, Kenny's not had a lot of games, but Steve Davis, I wasn't impressed, and a lot of people were expecting Steve Davis to come up and be the Steve Davis for 5 years ago, and I didn't think that was going to happen for a second, Docs. He's been doing there, but he's got older and things like that. But that game the other night, the last two games, I thought he'd been really good. The one on Wednesday night, I thought he was excellent. But I just hope that's his form, and that's not just at the end of the season. Want a deal, Ox. I don't want to speak bad of the guy because again he's a big hero, a big favourite with the Rangers fans. But I hope he's no, because I've seen that a few times with players. No kicked a ball a season near the end of the season, getting a year contract or being in negotiation for a year contract and play a few good games. Like in my honest opinion, for much as I love Steve Davis, I love Rangers more, and I didn't want to be forking out 20-25 grand a week for a guy that's going to sit the bench, May speaks, when you've got guys like Jack and Kamara who's maybe got to play just as good in their own half the money. I don't think we're in that position to do that anymore, Rocks, and I hope the board and the manager see that as well.
George, what I think they'll do with Davis is a pay-as-you-play situation.
Mm-hmm.
That would be perfect if we could do that.
For Oxford, can I come in? I found out that 11. I found the 11 that I wrote down a couple of weeks ago. And I put them out as a team. 11, right? So it's Ford, Tav, Flanagan, Macaulay, Worrell, Koulibaly, Davis, Dorrans, Kent, Lafferty and Defoe. That was a team of 11 that I picked a couple of weeks ago, and I said that I don't think they'll be at Ibrox next season. And I may, like Albury, I've changed my mind about Davis and Defoe, depending. But the rest, I think, I'll not be there.
That's the ones I've got on, mate. I've got them in my two lists as well.
That's a list I wrote down, mate. I've been looking for it while we're all chatting.
You get any trouble at school for copying, by the way?
But I put them.
I wasn't in Jimmy's garden, but
I put it down as a team, Oxford. So I wrote it. No, Fraud, Tav, Flanagan, blah blah blah, and it's a full team. If you remember, George had said it. No, I'd said the 11 a few weeks ago, and then no far off what old Bear is thinking there. But apart from I would definitely keep Ryan Jack. I would change my mind maybe about Davis and Defoe, but we'll see.
Anyway, Bridgman, we've reached that time of the evening.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're not to go. You're going to do a bit of overtime tonight.
You've got another 2 minutes yet.
Right, finish these lists.
This 40 ounces not finished yet.
We're 40 ounces, huh? We've started those at 9.
I'm on the second one.
I'm a part-timer.
Bridges on his second one. He was trying to explain that Defoe deal. Oh dear. It'll be interesting. I mean, obviously there's going to be lots of ins and outs this summer, George.
Right, guys, quick question. Sorry to interrupt you there. Quick question. There was a thing said on the news tonight that the Rangers fans is more concerned about losing 10. It was Chris Boyd and who's your man, Chris Commons, talking, and Commons missed out the 9, and Boyd said to him, "Oh, you never mentioned 9 there. You went for 8 to 10." You know, and he says, "Well, I don't think the Rangers fans are bothered about 9. They just want to stop the 10. They just want to stop the 10, you know." And I don't go along with that.
No, I'm not too bothered with the 9. If we can't stop them making 9, I want to win the league next season, obviously, but I don't want them to win 10.
See, to follow on to that, I heard a rumour a while ago that there's a bucket of money sitting in Hong Kong to stop the 9.
Well, I
Have
hope
you
you're
heard
right,
that?
Anyway, Bridgman...
Tell you, the final word from me. I want us to stop 9. I want Neil Lennon to be in charge. Because when he fails on that, mate, that's the last we'll see him in Scottish football.
Anyway, Bridgman, on you go, mate.
Okay, what a marvellous night tonight. And can I just say to that one, Fox, if we beat the Tims at Ibrox, Neil Lennon will get sacked. There you go. So for me, marvellous evening tonight, guys. Marvellous discussions, wonderful content. Really well done to Oxtear and other guys. Superb. Can I just say to all the Rangers fans all over the world, in particular Rangers fans here on Rangers Radio, every single one of us, please keep it going for the Rangers. Huge game coming up at the weekend. Keep it going for the Rangers.
Here.
Need it.
Can I thank Stevie Fairshire, Old Bear, who happened to fit us in after his goal. Ronnie, Bear Down Under, Bridgman Fox, George Logan, the one and only JFK, and of course, Old School Blue in the background doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back. What time's the kick-off on Sunday?
12:30.
We'll be back at 11:30 Sunday morning with a pre-match show. Take it away, Fox.
Behold the crimson banners flow yonder Torretory. It tells of days of fighting, and Derry's deathless glory. When her brave sons undaunted stood in battle to defend her, indignant stemmed oppression's flood and sang out no surrender. And here's to the boys that fear no noise and never will surrender. The gates we close against our foes on the 18th of December. Old Derry's walls were firm and strong, well fenced in every quarter, each frowning bastion grim along with culverin and mortar. But Derry had a surer guard that all that art could lend her. Her prentice hearts and gates who barred and sang at no surrender. Then here's to the boys that fear no noise and never will surrender. The gates we close against her foes on the 18th of December. Again when trees and mud and round and rebel hordes were swarming, were Derry's sons the foremost found for king and country army. And forth they roisted honours cold from age to boyhood tender, again to man their virgin walls and sang at no surrender. And here's to the boys that fear no noise and never will surrender. The gates we close against their foes on the 18th of December. Long may the crimson banner wave a meteor streaming airy, portentous of the free and brave who man the walls of Derry. And Surrey sons alike defy both traitor or pretender, and ring to heaven their prentice cry, their patriot no surrender. And here's to the boys that fear no noise and never will surrender. The gates we close against their foes on the 18th of December. Go!